Just as one person delights in improving his farm, so I delight in attending to my own improvement day by day. There is already so much advice on what habits we should take up to become better, but there is hardly any conversation on habits that we already have that are detrimental to our growth. In this video, I will discuss 7 anti-Stoic habits to delete from your life today. Shedding these shackles is the transformative key to unlocking your true potential. It will pave the way for resilience, fostering an unwavering strength, clarity that illuminates your path, and a purpose-aligned life that beckons you to embrace each day with renewed passion and fulfillment. 1. Being a slave to your emotions. Imagine yourself reading your favorite book in a full cafe when someone spills their coffee on it by accident. Your emotions become erratic, ranging from rage to the desire to exact revenge by calling the other person names or even spilling something on them. When something like this happens, it's normal to feel violated, but would lashing out at the person or spilling something on them be the best response? What would the Stoics do? Fundamentally, emotions are neither good nor bad. These are natural human reactions that convey important information about our mental states and how we interpret our environment. But giving in to these feelings and letting them control our behavior without boundaries can result in poor choices and broken relationships. Stoicism places a strong emphasis on acknowledging your feelings without letting them control you. Marcus Aurelius eloquently puts it as this: "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." The Stoic philosophy serves as a helpful reminder that although you may not be able to control your first emotional response to a circumstance, you can control what you do next. Take a moment to breathe the next time you find yourself experiencing an emotional outburst, whether it's from a friend's remark, a scenario at work, or something else entirely. Ask yourself, is responding to this emotion right away the wisest course of action? Will it result in more strife or harmony? By engaging in regular introspection and pausing, you can develop emotional resilience and make sure that your responses are consistent with your ideals rather than just passing emotions. This way, your decisions will always be based on reason and knowledge rather than on irrational feelings. 2. Worrying about trivial things. Take a moment to pause and reflect. How much time do you spend fretting over trivial matters, like being stuck in traffic, why someone didn't return your energy in the morning, or even a speck of dust on your shoe? As you navigate life, Stoicism teaches you to shift focus to the substantial and let minor concerns flutter away like leaves in the wind. They guide you to distinguish the real from the fake, the important from the unimportant. If something isn't significant in the grand narrative of your life, toss it out the window. This is easier said than done, but we have practical ways that can help you let go of the trivial and focus on the significant things. Subscribe to our channel and receive regular wisdom to help you navigate this turbulent sea called life. When you can't seem to let go of a trivial thing next time, think of what a Stoic would do. Zoom out, see the bigger picture. As the artist of your life, why waste colors on worries and trivialities? Brush them off and paint your canvas with strokes of focus, purpose, and joy. Life's brevity is no place for irrelevant entanglements. Keep your eyes on the prize, let distractions fade, and who knows, you might discover your pot of gold. 3. Wasting your time. We are always complaining that our days are few and acting as though there would be no end to them. Seneca the Younger. Does that strike a chord? It's like binge watching a show and then wondering why the clock ticked away so fast. Your time here is like an Instagram story, short. Do not spend it searching for the remote control. Instead, create love, laugh, and dance through the sands of time. The first thing you must do to lead a happy life is to start valuing the time you have as a treasure. Today is your chance to be awesome. Tomorrow is a maybe on the calendar of life. Time belongs only to the present. Don't bury it under the rubble of unnecessary worries about the past or future. The past is already behind you, and the future is unknown. Avoid emotional attachment to things. The Stoics believed that you should learn to let go of things that do not add to your life, not just physically, but also emotionally. Holding on to things that do not benefit you leads to suffering, especially emotionally. This doesn't mean that experiencing these emotions is unacceptable. They help you understand when you've acted wrongly. Once you realize you've made a mistake, avoid repeating it. Then look for ways to improve, but don't dwell on it too much. Stop procrastinating. Prioritize your responsibilities, goals, and the things that truly resonate with your soul. Procrastination doesn't bring anything good. The satisfaction of a job well done is one of the best feelings. When you delay something due to laziness, you end up feeling guilty, reversing your values and diminishing the joy of rest. Seneca wisely said, "All fools have one characteristic in common. They are always getting ready to live." Number 4. Fretting about things outside your control. Picture yourself at a picnic where everyone is having a great time. The food is excellent, the sun is shining, and then all of a sudden clouds roll in and it starts to rain. Although the majority would welcome the change and relish the scent of rain, others would let this unanticipated turn of events ruin their day by whining about the weather, bad luck, or their ruined outfits. This is a perfect illustration of how events outside of our control can impact us. Life is as unpredictable as the weather. Even while we have no control over the things that happen, we do have influence over how we respond to them. Stoicism is based on realizing and accepting the distinction between those things that are beyond our control and those that aren't. In the grand scheme of things, you often find yourself expending time and energy on complaining, particularly about situations beyond your control. This transforms into an endless loop of discontent. Consider the typical workplace scenario. You've likely encountered colleagues who, instead of adapting to new changes, invest a significant amount of time complaining about decisions from seniors or changes in company policies. Their perpetual complaining not only hampers their productivity and mental well-being, but also breeds negative energy in the workplace. To combat this anti-Stoic behavior, heed the wisdom of Epictetus. We should always be asking ourselves, is this something that is or is not in my control? When confronted with unpleasant situations, a more Stoic approach for you would be to refrain from voicing discontent. Instead, ask yourself, how can I adapt to this? Or what can I learn from this situation? By doing so, you reclaim your power and preserve your inner peace, ensuring that you remain unswayed by external events, no matter how unpredictable they might be. 5. Seeking external validation. In a world driven by likes, shares, and followers, it's easy to get mired in the pursuit of external validation. This anti-Stoic practice tackles the problem of having an outward focus. Everywhere we look, there is constant information telling us what success looks like, what beauty standards are, and what life milestones we should reach by a particular age. Whether it's from commercials, cultural influences, or the well-meaning advice of friends and family, we frequently find ourselves judged by predefined standards. When everyone sees you through the lens of the size of your home, how many latest gadgets you own, or when you last went on an exotic vacation, you often might find yourself caught in endless cycles of comparison and discontent. The danger lies in perpetually directing your focus outward, making you susceptible to societal norms and external expectations. When you do that, your authentic self, genuine desires, and internal compass can easily be drowned out by the cacophony of external influences. Imagine a life where you aren't swayed by every external whim, where your sense of self isn't contingent on the latest trends or the number of followers. Stoicism invites you to reclaim your autonomy and recognize that while you can appreciate and engage with the external world, your true anchor should be internal. Your virtues, values, and personal growth become the real metrics. As Carl Jung aptly stated, "Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakes." By practicing introspection, and grounding yourself in intrinsic values, you gain the ability to navigate the external world with purpose and direction, rather than being adrift in its ever-changing tides. Your internal compass guides you, and the pursuit of authenticity takes precedence over external validations. 6. Fearing change. Imagine your favorite coffee shop changing its menu, and suddenly your go-to order is nowhere to be found. And you can't help wondering, what if the new options just don't measure up to my beloved caffeine fix? Yes, that's the fear of change right there. The Stoics of antiquity were great believers in adjusting to change. They taught that seeing life as an ever-changing process is key to keeping your mind cool and your eyes open to opportunities. Change is similar to getting a new phone, a little strange at first, but hey, it's got cooler features. Do not let your fear of change hold you back. Life has moods just as you do. It's ever-evolving and full of surprises, but the key is to embrace it. Consider each shift as a fresh scene from a movie, sometimes drama, sometimes action, but always thrilling. Remember Marcus Aurelius, the wise emperor? He said, "What am I going to do about tomorrow? Meet it with the same weapons as today. Keep your armor of courage on, and let change be the wind beneath your wings." 7. Complaining. Last on our kick out the window list is complaining. The Stoics would tell you that complaining is akin to shouting at the rain, futile and unproductive. Instead of trying to stop the rain, why not learn to dance in it? Life, much like the rain, is something you can't control, but you can certainly make the most of it. No matter how much you complain, it won't magically unfold the intricate origami of life. So, learn to take a different approach. Embrace life as it is, with all its twists and turns. Complaining, after all, is just wasted energy. Why not channel that energy into action? Transform those complaints into tangible steps forward. Turn hardships into stepping stones on your journey. Instead of allowing challenges to drag you down, imagine yourself bouncing back up like a resilient basketball. So, here's to a life less burdened by complaints and more enriched by action and resilience. Dance in the rain, unfold the complexities of life, and remember that every complaint has the potential to be a catalyst for positive change. Stop complaining out and invite in a mindset of growth and progress. Next time you find yourself on the verge of hurling endless complaints, just echo the words of Marcus Aurelius to yourself. Why should I feel anger at the world, as if the world would notice? Kick these habits out of your life and see the transformation it brings. Ready for more wisdom? Click to watch our next video and learn how to become a better, more enlightened and self-aware Stoic.